welcome to Behavior Battles. Tonight's fighters are
Susan Smith from Union, South Carolina. This sack of was convicted of drowning her 2 children by strapping them into her car and letting the car roll into a lake. She got life in prison. Caleb Whisnand from Montgomery, Alabama. This dumb bludgeoned his 5-week-old son to death. He pleaded guilty and is now spending life in prison. Those are our fighters. Here's how it works. We're going to go 9 rounds. We're going to take a look at the body language of Susan Smith and Caleb Whisnand, one right after the other. Each one of those, the comparisons will be around. At the end of the 9 rounds, we'll count up the red flags, and whoever shows the most body language that shows us they're being deceptive, that's the winner.
Round 1. First of all, I would like to say to whoever has my children that they please bring them home to us where they belong. Our lives have been torn apart by this tragic event.
First, let's talk about the things that are missing, the things that should be here that aren't. That's one of the first things you want to look for in a situation like this. So what's missing? Tears, runny nose, crying, the glabella being all grouped up and looking concerned like the father is. Take a look at the dad. That's the way you're supposed to look, not the way she looks. There's no expression there, really. She's trying to look sad, and that's what she thinks looking sad looks like, but it's not. If you and I try to look sad, we can fake it, and we can put on the sad face, but the thing is, the brain makes your face look different than you make your face look. It's really close, but there are little things that tell you what she's doing is not sadness. That's not true. Why do we know that? Because again, there's no grouping of the muscles here in the glabella. There's no grief muscle where these muscles come together and this muscle here pushes down and makes an upside down horseshoe. That's not there. We're not hearing her cry.
Our lives have been torn apart by this tragic event.
She should be crying. She's talking about her 2 children missing, that somebody carjacked her and they're gone. And then again, let's not forget, she said whoever has them.
I would like to say to whoever has my children.
When she knows who's got them. The guy who carjacked her.
Whoever has my children.
Now let's look at Caleb Whisnand.
She's not good with cameras, so I apologize.
When you're talking about body language and behavior in a situation like this, you look for the things that aren't there, but you look for the things that shouldn't be there. And what's the main thing that shouldn't be there? It's the first thing we see. Did you see it?
No, she's not good with cameras, so.
She's smiling.
No, she's not good with cameras, so.
Do you think a mother whose 5-week-old baby is missing would be crying? I do. Do you think she'd be smiling? I don't.
But we would just like, for anybody that has any information. I don't remember a lot. But I did remember I was breaking up, cops, but.
He says he doesn't remember a lot, but he does remember that he was breaking up with the cops. He's talking about when he was on the phone. He's already setting up that thing where he doesn't remember what happened or where this child might be.
I know that if anybody's got anything, but any places that I could have gone, anybody, you know who you are.
Please, find him, please.
They don't know what to say, and they don't know how to act. And why do I say they don't know how to act? Because they're acting here. How do I know? Because emotions take over in situations like this. And what happens is you start crying because you don't know what's going to happen next, and you're worried about your 5-week-old baby. They're not worried. You know why they're not worried? Because they know where that baby is. They know it's not with us anymore. So what we're seeing here is someone acting the way they think you should act in this situation. They're acting like they're not sure what happened or what's going on, but we don't see the things we need to be seeing. No sadness, no tears, no crying, no abdominal spasms where they try to talk as their stomach says, their brain says, hang on a second, you're not getting any oxygen, and it makes you breathe in. And that's why when little kids are crying, they sound so funny and goofy and sweet as they do those deep breaths as they're trying to talk and cry at the same time. So in this situation, right out of the gate, everything looks wrong.
Please, find him, please.
Round 2.
Can't express how much they are wanted back home, how much we love them, we miss them. They are our hearts. and who I have prayed every day. And there's not 1 minute that goes by that I don't think about these boys. And I have prayed that whoever has them, that the Lord would let him realize that they are missed and loved more than any children in this world. And that whoever has them, I pray every day that you're taking care of them, and know that we will do anything we will to help you to get them home back to us. I just can't express it enough that we just got to get them home. That's just where they belong, with their mama and daddy.
Nobody talks like this in this situation. Nobody says we can't express the way we feel.
I can't express.
That doesn't even come up. You just start talking. Again, because your emotions take over and you say, we're torn up, we're horrified, whatever it is. And then you get on to, please bring our children back. That's where your brain is. You want your child back. Take a look at that poor dad over there. He's looking the way you should look. She isn't.
And who I have prayed every day, and there's not 1 minute that goes by that I don't think about these boys. And I have prayed that whoever has them, that the Lord would let him realize.
There it is, that the Lord would let him realize. Now what happened was this. She told the cops that somebody carjacked her, in a nutshell, and took the kids. A single person, a man. But she says them, like she doesn't know who did it. She has no earthly idea who has her children. If this were true, she'd know exactly who had her child, the person who carjacked her. That's who she should be talking to, but she's not. She's talking about them, like she doesn't know who they are. She knows who it was.
They are missed and loved more than any children in this world. And that whoever has them, I pray every day that you're taking care of them.
Now notice how the dad is rubbing on her shoulder. He's trying to soothe her, trying to calm her down and make her feel better. He's worried though too. He's horrified. He doesn't know what's happened to his kids, but he's holding it together over there. But we're going to compare this behavior to Caleb Whisnand's behavior here in just a second. That's why I'm pointing this out. But watch what he's doing. And these people are calm. They're just sitting there talking. She's too calm though. She should be all worked up, but she's not.
And know that we will do anything we will to help you to get them home back to us. I just can't express it enough that we just got to get them home. That's just where they belong, with their mama and daddy.
Now she's reaching for what to say. She doesn't know what to say because she's acting. She's pretending she's sad. She's pretending she feels this way. And she doesn't know how to pretend because she doesn't know what those feelings are. That's why it looks and sounds so odd. Hey everybody, just a quick intro. I want you to meet Jessica, our sponsorship specialist. Hi Jessica.
Hey Scott.
Hey, thanks for letting me do this because I want to use it as an example. So check this out. I just Googled your full name. Now your address is in Los Angeles, correct?
Yes, that's creepy.
And your phone number is 214 or 8.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's the creepy part. Your personal address, phone number, and email are all out there for anybody to find. All I did was just Google and search you. It's not a hack. It's data brokers, companies that collect and sell your information to marketers, scammers, and even identity thieves. And it's totally legal and completely creepy. They're supposed to remove your information if you ask them to, then they bury it in all that legalese and red tape, so you'll just give up. But you can do what we do. You can use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura scans the web for data brokers that are sharing your information and automatically sends opt-out requests on your behalf. But Aura doesn't stop there. It monitors the dark web 24/7 and it alerts you fast if any of your information shows up. Now, it'll warn you if somebody tries to open a bank account or credit line in your name. And if something goes wrong, you're covered with up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. And a US-based fraud team is ready to step in. Plus, Aura includes a world-class VPN so you can browse and shop safely from anywhere. It's privacy protection and peace of mind all in one. So go to aura.com/Scott Rouse and get 14 days for free. And that's enough time for Aura to start scrubbing your information from the internet. All right, thanks, Jessica.
Thank you, Scott.
You mean a lot. You mean everything to us.
Here she is again, covering her face. You know why? Because she's not crying, and she knows she should be, and she doesn't want anybody to see that she's not crying. And look at his brow, this section right in here. What's going on there? Hardly anything at all. There's no concern. His eyebrows are up a little bit because he thinks that's what sadness looks like. I think this looks like it. That means sadness. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Now, moving forward, it's not going to change on either one of them. She doesn't know how to act either. I'm getting all worked up here. We'll settle down a little bit. But we're not seeing the things we should see. Still, no real crying, no tears, no runny nose, none of those abdominal spasms where you're trying to breathe while you're trying to talk. No, this isn't right.
Yes. Family ain't the same without family.
What?
Family ain't the same without family.
Family ain't the same without family? Really?
Family ain't the same without family.
He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to act. That's one of the common themes that run through these things when we know the child or the children are missing because of the parents. They don't know what sadness looks like in that situation. They've never been in it before, and they're trying to cry, and they're trying to look sad, but they don't know how. That's why this looks so weird and goofy.
That's for sure. Anything else?
And notice how he's got her all up on him. He's clenching her and all that. Notice the first father. He's not doing that at all. He's just rubbing her shoulders. He has his hand on his shoulder and doing that and holding her close to him. In this situation, he's freaking out. He doesn't know what to do. That's why he's grabbing her. He's soothing himself with her.
Family ain't the same without family. That's for sure.
Usually in situations like this, one of the police officers will step in and say something or say, hey, tell them about whatever it is. They're not. You know why? Because they know he did it. Throughout this whole interview, even when they were first coming into the interview, that's the captain standing over there. He doesn't even look him in the eye. Not once. You know why? Because he knows he did it. That's the way it looks when everybody around you knows you did it and they can't say it yet. Believe me, that's what it looks like. They won't get near you, and they're not going to talk to you, and they're not going to look you in the eye because they want to say it so bad they can't hardly stand it.
Round 3.
I want to say to my babies that your mama loves you so much, and your daddy, this whole family's love you so much. And you guys have got to be strong.
So let me get this straight. She thinks whoever kidnapped her children has got them propped up in front of the TV so they can hear what their mother has to say to them about how much she misses them. Really?
Because you are, I just know, I just feel in my heart that you're okay. But you got to take care of each other. And your mom and daddy are going to be right here waiting on you when you get home. I love you so much.
When she's talking, as she speaks, it's too smooth. Now, it sounds a little bit rough because she wants it to sound rough, but it doesn't sound the way it should sound. You've heard the way it should sound 1,000 times. Every time you've seen parents or a mother or father talk about the missing child and they're really upset, you know how that sounds. This does not sound like that.
Because you are, I just know, I just feel in my heart that you're okay. But you got to take care of each other.
So what's missing from here? Those low guttural moans and cries, not like really low, but they come from the abdomen. They don't come from the chest. It's that really deep upheaval of emotion that comes out of there. We're not hearing that. We're not seeing that. She thinks she's doing it right, but she's not.
I just feel in my heart that you're okay. But you got to take care of each other.
Ugh. Let's just move on.
Any questions?
Oh, we had pictures of the baby too, but we sent them to the investigators' phone, so he would have them to show y'all in the press.
She tries to say any questions, but he starts saying, we had pictures of the baby too. And look at that captain standing over there. He knows.
This is the best I can do. He's only a month and a week Oh,
And there's other pictures of us together, but
I didn't.
trying to crop him and do stuff with this phone is not working very well. But
You'd think, as they're showing the picture of their missing child, 5-week-old little baby, when they looked at each other, they'd be sad and connect. You know how they connected? They smiled. Watch this again.
I didn't.
trying to crop him and do stuff with this phone is not working very well. But
The last thing you'd do if you were in this situation is smile. It would never happen. No matter what was talked about, no matter what was brought up, you wouldn't smile. But they are.
This is the best I can do. He's only a month and a week old.
And there's other pictures of us together, but
I didn't.
trying to crop him and do stuff with this phone is not working very well. But
Again, it gets so uncomfortable because usually someone steps in and says something and goes, hey, listen, it's okay, or something, and helps things move along to make sense and all that. Nah, not here, because, again, the police know he did it.
Round 4.
I want to tell a story. The night that this happened, before I left my house that night, Michael did something that he's never done before. He had his pooper in his mouth, and he came up to me and he took his pooper out. He put his arms around me and he told me, I love you so much, Mama. And he's always told me he loved me, but never before that. Not without me telling him first. And that was just, I'm holding on to that so much because it just means so much.
The con man or the con woman, the grifter, they'll tell stories like this to get you to identify with them, to feel sorry for them, or to feel a specific way. It's brilliant the way they do it, but in this case it feels odd because we're not seeing the emotions that should go along with that story. She thinks she's showing us the right emotions, but she's not. That's why you feel so weird when you watch this.
He put his arms around me and he told me, I love you so much, Mama. And he's always told me he loved me, but never before that.
Now, the reason the father can't see this is because he sees it from a different perspective than you and I see it. We're looking at it years later. We know she did it. But even there, I remember when this happened, and when it did, it was before everybody had a cell phone. That's how long ago it was. My phone just started ringing. Everybody's like, you watching it? You watching it? You see what's going on? So we were talking back and forth about it. And we were looking at the dad and felt so sorry for him. And the guy next to him, keep an eye on that guy because he's not really sure about what's going on. The dad can't see what's happening because of his emotional tie to her. So that's the important part. Because you think, oh, why can't he see that? Why didn't he know? No, these is people to fool the people that are closest to you most of the time. So that's why he couldn't tell what was happening because he was so close to her. And he loved her.
Can you tell us what the last thing you guys remember, the last time you all were together?
Saturday?
yeah, Saturday was the last time we were
Oh,
together.
wow.
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yep. We were all together sleeping, and well, the baby with me and her and the dad, and Toulouse in the other room, because we usually are together as a family, but
It's not easy.
I don't remember much.
When did you all realize that he was missing?
They didn't.
I was home with my oldest, my 2-year-old, and he was with, CJ was with him. And,
Now, you'd think if he was the last one to see the baby, the mother would still be questioning him But what do you mean that you don't know where he is? What do you mean you don't remember what happened? Where's she would still be up his hind end so far, trying to get him to remember where the baby was. She would know something's up.
He went to go pay gas at a gas station and realized that he was gone.
He went to go pay gas at a gas station and realized he was gone. Who says that? Who says I've got to go pay for gas at a gas station? Or I've got to go pay for gas? Nobody talks that way. You kidding me? She knew. I'm telling you, that's what I think. I'm not saying she did, but it sure looks like she knew. How's that sound?
And he let the police know and me know that he was missing.
There's that famous single shoulder shrug. Did you see that on her?
And he let the police know.
What does that tell us? She's not confident with that answer. Then she shuts up, ducks her head, and we see lip grip. We see those compressed lips together.
And he let the police know and me know that he was missing.
She doesn't want to say another word. She hates talking during this.
Round 5.
I love him. I just can't express enough. I have been to the Lord in prayers every day with my family and by myself with my husband. It just seems so unfair that somebody could take such two beautiful children. And I don't understand. But I have put all my trust and faith in the Lord that He's taking care of them, that He will bring them home to us.
When you see a situation like this and you get into it after a while, you see the same things over and over and over. What's still missing? The tears, the sadness, the crying, the runny nose, all those things we talked about earlier are still missing. There doesn't have to be something with everything they say, because it can be the things they've been doing up to that point, which is what's happening here.
No.
No, I don't.
I wish we did know.
If we knew, he would have already went there.
He's so uncomfortable, he doesn't know what to do. Still, he doesn't know how to act. He's trying to get out of there because he knows he's got to watch every word he says, because if he slips up, he's had it.
How's the rest of the family holding up? I know this is a tough ordeal, but
It's been taking a toll on everybody.
Everybody's saying prayers. Everybody's keeping an eye out for him.
And she feels the same way. But he's trying to get away. That's why he goes around behind her, because he's getting ready to leave. And he can't keep his hands off of her because he feels like he needs to control what she says. He's afraid she's going to mess up and say something. And if she does, they both go to prison. That's why his hands are always on her. That's why his hands are up near her neck and her throat. He's not threatening her as he's doing that, but that's his feeling toward that situation. He wants to make sure he keeps her under control. And she's just an idiot. She doesn't know what to do or say either, so she's just standing there looking goofy and stupid.
Round 6.
That's all. I can't promise anything else.
good luck, yo. Come on. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'll answer a few questions now.
I don't know who that woman is in that reddish, brownish jacket. I'm sure she's with the police department. And that's what usually happens. That's what usually looks, the person doing the interview or the person running in charge of the interview or whatever, they're nice to the person who's talking, right there by him. Like, we're here with you. Don't worry about it. So that's what's happening there. She believes her at this point. And she's being nice to her. She's being kind to her. She's connecting with her and saying, hey, listen, let's see if it's the same way with Caleb.
So,
Again, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office would like.
It's the end of the interview. And that captain just doesn't even look at him. He's looking away, doesn't talk to him. And Caleb's like, what's going to happen next? What are we doing? And he ignores him. Oh, man, that's hardcore because he knows he did it.
so
Round 7.
Now, Susan Smith leaves. That's the way these things usually look when they're over. The mother and the father are sort of escorted away and back inside, and it's organized. And if they accidentally take a wrong turn, well, they'll say, no, come over this way. That's what happens in those cases where people at that time believe you. So let's take a look at Caleb.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate it. Thank you. So we have to, right now, I guess.
Nobody cares where they go. They're just like letting them hang there in the wind doing nothing. He's like, do I go over this way? Do I go over that way? What's going on? And they're ignoring him. Oof.
And now, the judges will count up the scores, and we'll have a winner.
Okay, the judges have added up the scores, and the winner is Old Numbnuts, Caleb Whisnand. Susan Smith showed us a whole lot of cues and tells that let us know she was being deceptive. She also left a lot of things out as well, like crying, tears, runny nose, concern in the brow, abdominal spasms, nothing like that showed us she was sad. Caleb Whisnand, same thing. A lot of stuff missing from this guy. The crying, the runny nose, the sadness, the grief muscle, nothing was there. But there are a lot of things that were there that shouldn't be there, like the smiling. He and his wife smiling at each other. That shouldn't have been there. Nothing from the sadness perspective, from the grief perspective, from the crying perspective, even nothing. He didn't do anything. And he acted how he thought he should look to me and you and everybody else with a missing child. And of course, he was wrong. And it showed, and you knew it, and I knew it, and so did everybody else, especially those police officers. So I'll see you next time on Behavior Battles, if I do another one.